Unscripted.
You know, not everything goes as planned when it comes to video games and video game consoles. Obviously, we're in the early stages of, having these new consoles out, and there's going to be issues, there's going to be problems, there's going to be announcements that come out, there's going to be fixes, there's going to be more problems, and a lot of people are going to try to make them to be out a little bit more than they actually are. Like I've said before, Sony is already planning the VRR support to be added in a software update coming soon. There's a lot of different things that are going on with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. Listen, I've got to be the first to admit my Xbox Series X is having all kinds of problems, and I don't know how to fix them, to be completely honest. Like, my Xbox Series X does not download anything when it's off, even though it's set to instant on. It also, for some reason, I have not experienced quick resume yet. Like, people are like, have you tried quick resume yet? And I'm like, I would love to. I turn on my Xbox, I click to go on something. It takes 3 minutes for anything to go anything. I click it, and then it takes 3 minutes, and most of the time I have to hard reset my Xbox to even get it to work, because it'll say there's an error, wait a minute, and then try again. So I've never experienced quick resume, and in fact, a lot of times I get kicked straight to the dashboard. Like yesterday, I was like trying to play anything. I'm like, let me see what Forza Horizon 4 looks like. Click on that. It's like, I load up the game, and then it just spins there and spins there and spins there, and then it tells me that there's an upgrade for the 2 DLCs, and then kicks me to the dash, right? Then I was like, well, maybe I'll try loading up this, and it's like, well, there's an upgrade for that, or you know what I mean? Like, literally, I can't play next to anything on there right now, so it's kind of a weird situation for me personally to be in. But at the same time, I do think that obviously there are things and progress being made in terms of stuff like the download queue got fixed, and so that's something that's not really an issue anymore. There's always going to be these things that are going to be fixed as well, so that's good to see that Sony is kind of on the ball fixing these problems and these issues and stuff like that. At the end of the day, nobody wants to deal with issues and problems and have to, and this is new hardware, but you have to also understand that this also is stuff that realistically is going to happen sometimes. Like, this stuff happens. This is the start of a new generation. I can remember every generation pretty much has had some kind of issue. None of these seem to be long-standing issues, and what I mean by that is none of these seem to be like these issues that are going to absolutely kind of devastate us and ruin our consoles and things like that. I mean, I'm sure there are some consoles that have been kind of bricked or whatever, but sometimes I feel like that's honestly just stuff that happens from time to time, and we've got to kind of deal with it. It's not the end of the world, and they'll make it right and stuff like that. So hopefully that is the case going forward. And I know at the end of the day that you guys are all kind of looking forward to jumping into next gen if you haven't already done so, and I feel like that's super important for everybody to kind of remember that we're all just kind of gamers here, and we're all just fans and trying to get the best we can out of this stuff. So hopefully we can do that. But I want to get into this because this is kind of some bad PlayStation stuff, but it's good for them, I guess, bad for us in a way, and then another piece as well that's interesting to kind of talk about. So let's get into it. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out my channel, and it means a lot to me personally. So if you guys could do that, it would mean everything to me. So with that being said, shout out to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, and everybody in between. You're fantastic. As we get into the holidays, I want you guys to all stay safe and happy and healthy and all that kind of great stuff, because it's really important that everybody take care of each other and yourselves and just have a good time gaming. I feel like that's what everybody needs right now, man. Just focus on the positive stuff. I know how bad it can be if you've got anxiety, if you've got any kind of depression and stuff like that. I deal with that stuff all the time, and it can be a bit of a problem. So I just wanted to kind of point out that it's just one of those things that we have to deal with. So you're not alone, and your boy Crapgamer deals with this stuff as well. And I just want to say you guys are amazing, and thank you again. The like is basically all I could ask for. I put a lot of hard work into these videos, and the fact of the matter is a simple like goes a long way, and it's free for you guys to do. So please feel free to do that. It would mean everything to me. So with that being said, there's a couple things that I wanted to point out. If you are hoping to get a PlayStation 5, according to Jack Tretton, that PlayStation 5, absolutely every PlayStation 5 is sold out, according to Sony, and they're working hard to increase supply. If you're trying to get a PlayStation 5, well, according to PlayStation boss Jim Ryan, speaking with an outlet, he absolutely said everything is sold. Now, while there's been a trickle of PlayStation 5 stock returning on the retail channel this week, it's gone in minutes, and the executive has revealed that after spending much of the year ensuring there's demand for the machine, now he's focused on getting enough devices into the market to meet that demand. He says, and I quote, "Everything is sold. Absolutely everything is sold. I spent much of the last year trying to be sure that we could generate enough demand for the product, and now in terms of my executive bandwidth, I'm spending a lot of time trying to increase supply to meet that demand." So obviously, we're still waiting for a press release on the PlayStation 5's initial sales figures, but it looks like the company sold every single console that it could manufacture. And now obviously there's a challenge that it faces, is getting more units out there as quickly as possible, because it looks like the product is poised to be hard to find going into next year even. And I don't think that's something that people really want to deal with, like going into next year. Like, do we really want to wait till July to be able to find one? I just don't think that that's going to be something that's going to happen, and I hope that we can find them much sooner than that. But that wasn't the only bit of news that came out as well. So good luck to you guys if you are looking to get some. I have seen where stock has come in a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that those are going out just as fast. And then, there's always going to be some other kind of problems that come up. Like now, there's a PlayStation 5 bug that causes the disc to spin steamingly at random. This is the disc version only, so keep that in mind as well. So PlayStation 5 owners have been dealing with several known issues since the console first debuted, and the latest bug is no less strange than that. There are reports now floating around that the disc-based version of the PlayStation 5 is experiencing strange issues with spinning the disc in the drive seemingly at random times. Now, this is reports across random sites as well that are indicating that the affected PlayStation 5 units will simply spin any disc in the drive once every 45 minutes to an hour. It doesn't really matter if you're playing the disc on the drive, if you're playing the digital version of a different title. The same issue will continue to plague users. According to one person, they said, "I have a disc for Ghost of Tsushima in my PS5 at the moment, and it spins up even if I'm playing Spider-Man or Demon Souls. I can understand it needing to go check the disc is still in there, but surely it shouldn't need to spin it that quickly and loudly." Some believe this to be some sort of authentication check by the PlayStation 5 to make sure that the console has a disc in the system. But the spinning does occur even when you aren't playing a game. As a result, users have taken to removing discs after they're done playing a specific game, simply to avoid the frustration of hearing and dealing with the constant spinning. It's hardly the first issue that people have experienced with the system, and Sony has just rolled out a new firmware update meant to iron out a few of the issues users have been experiencing since launch. Though the update seemingly hasn't resolved a lot of problems, it has resolved some of the problems, including some of the ones that we talked about yesterday with the queue and stuff like that. Sony has yet to release a statement. I'm sure they're working hard behind the scenes to get everything up and running and kind of doing the right thing here. So I do think that hey, they're doing what they can to get these things fixed at a timely manner. But I also think these are just things that tend to happen with new console launches, and we kind of have to deal with it. I just have to understand and be a little bit patient. Like this is one of the things, whenever you buy into brand new hardware, this is the type of thing that can happen, to gamers. This is always sort of a risk and always sort of something that can definitely come up. It's unfortunate for sure, but hopefully they can get everything worked out sooner rather than later. Like I said, it's not a thing that's strictly a PlayStation thing, because Xbox is having numerous problems as well. We really just have to kind of be careful and see how it all works out. Like, I hope that everything gets fixed up and worked out before too long, because again, this is definitely one of the one of the things that that kind of happens that we deal with as consumers. So again, hopefully this stuff is fixed rather quickly. I'm looking forward to seeing people be able to just have fun playing their games again and stuff like that. So hopefully that's something that can happen You know, I do really think that we are going to be able to get some instances of issues being resolved this week. I would expect, like we've been hearing, that you know, that we're going to be seeing an update at some point for the PlayStation 5. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. And outside of that, I will link the articles in question so you guys can peruse them at your own personal leisure and let me know what you think. As always, thank you greatly for taking time out of your busy schedules to check out one of my videos. Please consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already done so. It means a lot to me. You guys can also hit the bell so you're notified of all the content as soon as it comes out. You can hit me up on various social networks listed below as well. And just I hope you guys all stay safe, happy, and healthy. Rack 'em up. Game on, my friends. Game on. Happy holidays. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.